Good morning, guys. It's August the 16th, and I'm out here already in layers, long sleeves. We woke up to lower 60 degrees this morning, and the forecast is for it to drop to the 50s sometime this week, which is overnight. During the day, it's nice and warm and comfortable. But yesterday we had a storm roll through with heavy winds, trees down, lightning strikes, and all of that. And so I'm out here this morning. It's a very cloudy day today. Some of it is from that storm and then the smoke from the Canadian wildfires. But hopefully this burns off a bit today because the sun is going to come out. But I normally come out very early in the morning so I can take care of the chickens and take care of my garden to see what's going on in there while it's early and while the sun is not too hot out. So I got my layers on. I'm going to grab my rain boots because it's really soggy out here. We had a lot of heavy downpours and all my rainwater catchment system, they're all filled up. I have 4 of those IBC totes and they're all filled with rainwater. So that's a lot of rain. We got a lot of rain so far this season, a lot of water, and it concerns me for my container garden because I do not want any root rot. And I just got to check on them just to make sure that the drainage in it is proper. For the most part, they look really well. This potato here is the last one I have to harvest, but it's here because I'm doing an experiment with this potato. But I have some harvesting to do. I have tomatoes ripening everywhere. And these are just volunteer tomatoes that came up in these planters that I have other stuff growing in. But as you can see, everything is just drenched and rain-kissed. This is all rainwater, and they look happy. It's very calm out this morning. But first and foremost, my goal here is to go check on my chickens, see how they're doing. And they're out here already in their outdoor run. Okay, good. I did put some hay down, so it's not too wet in here. I'm going to put another hay down today, and they're all out here waiting for a treat. Now I'm going to just check real quick on my meat birds. We did fill up their feed and their water last night. Well, yesterday afternoon before the storm came through. So they still have a good amount of water in there. And their feed is all filled up to the top. See how dark it is in here? And this is because it's so cloudy out. Even though the windows are open, it is quite a bit dark in here, I would say. But for the most part, they're doing pretty fine. Their feathers are coming in. They're about 3.5 weeks old. So they're getting there. In the next month or so, it'll be harvest time. But they're growing with no issues. And what I'm doing with this meat birds are they get to feed during the daytime, and at nighttime I don't provide any supplemental light for them to feed during the nighttime. Usually they would have lights in 24/7. When it gets dark out, I would turn a night light on so they can see the food and eat and fatten up. But this batch here, I am not doing that with them. They get to feed only during the daytime when they can see, and at nighttime they get to rest and not consume any feed. And they're doing pretty well, as you can see. Still have sufficient room. Even though they are growing, I have to get in here and clean it up today. They defecate a lot and they urinate a lot. They're meat birds and they always drinking and eating. So obviously they process it really quick and they excrete in here. So I'm going to clean this all up today, later on today when the sun comes out a little bit. I just came out here to eyeball them. I have both males and females in here. And you can tell the difference. If you're used to it, you'll be able to tell the difference with the males from the females. If you look at the wattle and the comb, you'll see the difference in them. And the males are more like confrontational. Let's see, they just did it. I'm not sure if they're going to do it again. I don't remember how much males I have in here, but I did get a few males because they do grow bigger than the females. This is it for now with the chickens. The layers are doing well. Let's see if they started to lay the eggs. Lay eggs. Yes, they are in here. The turkey is hogging and hissing at me. She's hogging this nest box for a few days now because she's broody. Let's see if there's any eggs on there. There are none. But yet she's in there. Oh, there's one. Don't try to peck me. I saw your beak coming. You're coming out. So there's one egg, but it's not a turkey egg. It's a chicken egg. So I'm going to just sit this up here and I'm going to remove her because she's not laying. She's just broody. Come on, girl. She's just broody and wants to be in here hogging the favorite nest box out. There we go. So I'm going to keep removing her. She's been doing that probably for about a good week so far. It's not even your egg. You don't get to do that. So she's been pushing the other layers off to a different nest box, and this is what happens. If she's hogging that one, they'll find another one where they're comfortable enough to lay in. So that's what's going on here with the chicken. I'm just going to do a walk around in the garden. It really does smell bad in here because of the moisture in here. I'm going to put another layer of hay down, like I said, because they're going to walk in here and get right in the nest box to lay their eggs, and it's going to be all muddy in there. Now those eggs would have to be washed right away and refrigerated, which I normally don't refrigerate my eggs because I don't have to wash it. But because they have muddy feet, if that happens, then I go ahead and I wash them and refrigerate those eggs. But other than that, I don't wash my eggs. I'm just going to do my walkthrough. I have to put some seeds in because I have so much room in my beds right now because I've already started to pull out stuff from my garden. Oh, this rabbit. This baby rabbit. Always in here. The poor thing. Well, nothing to worry about in here so far. Just some birds and a rabbit. And I like to do my walk around just to see if we have had any visitors that shouldn't be in the garden, because they usually would dig a hole or you would see paw prints and stuff. So this is what I do every morning, and it's easier to see those paw prints when the soil is wet. I'm just distracted because I'm looking around while I am speaking. Just a quick surveillance of the garden this morning. But so far so good. My peppers are still on the tree. The critters didn't steal them. I still have tomatoes on the trees that are right there. Still have a bunch of tomatoes coming in, and they're still sending out flowers too. Not sure how much of those I would get, but because pretty soon the season is coming to a close, and I'm not sure if they're going to be mature and ripen before the frost hits. But look at this nice big pumpkin here. We did put a piece of wood to stabilize it. Let me just give you a better look at it. It is a huge one, guys, and it's so heavy, and I was worried about it falling off the trellis. So we just put a piece of wood yesterday because of the storm that was going to come in. We put a piece of wood yesterday, so it's like literally sitting on that piece of wood here to stabilize it from falling off the trellis. We want it to go to full maturity. We want to be able to store it up for the winter months. We want to be able to allow it to go to maturity so we can harvest the seeds from it, because it's a really good pumpkin here. And that's only one on the vine that we were able to salvage this year. There's one right see that I had to pull off the vine because it did not get pollinated. There's also another one here, and for some reason this is what's been going on. There's another one here. That's 3. There's another one here. That's number 4, and it's yellow. Didn't get pollinated. There's another one here. That's 5. Just imagine I had all those go to maturity. You see how much food I was able to get? There's another one here that's yellowing. That's 6. And to be honest, I did pull off a couple more of the vine. I can't keep count. It was so much. But this is what's going on, and I'm grateful just for the one right here. So we're trying to salvage this one and take care of it until it goes to full maturity. The tendril already is drying out, but we'll let it stay there longer, and I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, guys, so I'm here for now, and I just wanted to take you with me to do an early morning walkthrough. Nothing much is going on in here, but I'm still able to harvest. I still have in the fall to harvest my sweet potatoes. I have lots of sweet potatoes growing. Let me take you over here. I have a lot of peppers growing. I have tomatillos. I have tomatoes all through here. There's more tomatoes here and all through over there. I still have more tomato sauce to make. I do have some already canned up, and I still have some from last year. So that's a lot of food that I still have. And I'm gonna take you over to my pepper patch. All these are peppers I have grown in containers, so I am gonna be overwintering them. It's gonna save me some time for next season for sure. And the way I've struggled with my peppers being stunt this year, I won't have to deal with that next year. And so hence the reason I decided, you know what, I'm going to plant some in containers and some in the ground. And luckily I did that. And I have different varieties growing here. These are Mad Hatter pepper. These are hot pepper. I just like the look of it, the shape of it. It's really pretty. And it ripens to an orangish red type color. I have different medicinal type hot peppers. Also my eggplants. And I have these in grow bags. As you can see, they're doing pretty well. And even in grow bags, I can bring those indoors to take care of them. I have different varieties of jalapenos. I'm not sure what this one here is. This looks like a jalapeno also. This one I think is a bell pepper. This is a late. These are late, but look at the cayenne though. The cayenne pepper always put on a lot, never disappoints. This is another medicinal pepper that I'm growing. It's a hot pepper, jalapenos here, banana peppers here. Which one's this? I think this is a giant jalapeno, but this is what my favorite pepper looks like. And I'm allowing it to ripen all the way so I can save the seeds. I save the seeds every year. This one here is also ripening. And I have like 4 of these. And they put out quite a lot of peppers. See this, guys? Let me just show you if I can get this branch out of the way. Look at that. They're coming up everywhere. Yeah. So I'm going to get a good harvest from that. I just need the weather to cooperate. Then I have more tomatoes. So see, I have to go around. By the time I'm done harvesting these tomatoes, I'll have a whole lot of tomatoes. This is also volunteer. That's also volunteer. And I stuck a couple peppers in here also. I'm not sure what variety this is. It looks like a Mad Hatter. Or maybe not. I'm not sure. No, it doesn't look like it. I wonder if that's a monkey face pepper. I'm not even sure. But there's one right here. There's another one right here. I think this one's a jalapeno. And if you notice how short the trees are because they're in ground. All my peppers that I grew in ground this year, the trees are shorter than the ones that are in the buckets, which is weird. Alright, this is also a Mad Hatter that I have in ground. But this is mainly herbs here. This is the mountain mint, which has gone to flower. I have different varieties of lavender growing, bee balm, coneflower, just a little bit of everything growing here in this border. Just, you know, stick things where they can grow and they'll just grow. But this is pretty much, look at that. Squirrels are already eating my sunflowers. Just gonna eyeball my apples to see if they're still on the tree. I want them to come to maturity so I can get a couple. There's a few more on that side back there. There's a few, like 3 on that back side. There's like 4 on this side. I don't know, they haven't seen them as yet. But I do have a few apples left that I'm hoping on those 1, 2. This one have a few on it also. And this, I had to cover this pumpkin here or squash with this wire mesh so that the squirrels would not take it off the vine. What I noticed also with this vine, it's a nice healthy vine. Look at that. That's a vine right there, one vine. And as the flowers, the female emerge, they turn yellow. There's one right here, and there's another one right here. And I did pop a few yellow ones off. See, this is another one. This was a female flower. So this is what's going on this year, I've noticed with my pumpkins and my winter squash. So I'm just keeping my eye out, keeping my eyes open, and whichever ones that are viable, I'm just trying to save them and preserve them so I can get something from my harvest this year and I can save some more seeds. So that's it for now. It's just my morning walk through with the chickens, meat birds, layers, my one broody turkey, and my garden. So this is all for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a video about being intentional about what you're doing and passionate about what you're doing. So you get up and you go, whether it's storming out, whether it's raining, whether you're tired or not. For me, this is encouragement that you should just get up and do what you got to do. You got to get up and go. You got to make that move. I'm going to harvest some more of that mint. Looking good. So I have herbs growing everywhere, and my goji berries are coming in really nicely. I haven't seen any ripened ones as yet. They're gonna turn red at some point. But if you're not growing your own food and you have the space to do so, go ahead and start. You would feel a whole different type of person when you get to actually grow these food and actually enjoy it. I have potato slips for next season. See, it's already rooting, and so look at that. I took them off these ones because I'm not about to buy potato slips every year. So what I do is, once I started growing them, I just save some of the slips of the different varieties so I can plant it the following season, and I just get to continue keeping the variety of potatoes that I've started growing here. What I'm gonna do today is drop more seeds for my fall garden. Some that I already dropped in these, and these are mainly brassicas. So now I'm gonna get going. I got my work cut out for me today before the sun comes up. The clouds are starting to burn off a little bit. I already got my seeds for the brassicas I want. I'm probably going to do some carrots and some beets also because they do really well in the cooler weather. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video and you are thrust forward in a positive manner to grow your own food in your backyard. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you right here next time on Fifi's Urban Homestead and Lifestyle.